Have you ever found yourself in a relationship, whether personal or professional, where someone just stops valuing you? It's a painful and confusing experience, leaving you questioning your worth, your actions, and even your place in the world. But here's the truth. Their inability to value you says more about them than it ever will about you. In fact, it's a powerful reminder that your worth should never be defined by how others see you. The real secret to peace and growth lies in recognizing this and choosing to detach from what no longer serves your emotional or mental well-being. When someone stops valuing you, it's easy to fall into the trap of trying harder to prove your worth, seeking validation from the very people who can't see it. But what if, instead of chasing approval, you took a step back, reclaimed your power, and focused inward? What if you chose to detach from the hurt and reconnected with the incredible person you've always been, regardless of how others treat you? This shift is transformative. By choosing to focus on your own value, you can cultivate an inner peace that can change your entire outlook on life. Detachment doesn't mean cutting people out of your life for good. It means learning to let go of the emotional attachment that clouds your perception of your worth. It's about freeing yourself from toxic expectations and finding solace in the knowledge that you are enough, exactly as you are. And when you do this, you'll begin to notice something magical. Peace will replace anxiety, joy will replace frustration, and a newfound confidence will replace doubt. By turning your attention away from the person who has stopped valuing you, you open the door to a more peaceful and fulfilling life, one where you are the priority. This journey is not just about healing from the past, but about stepping into a future where you are more aligned with your true self. Your worth will no longer be tethered to anyone else's opinion. It will become an unshakable foundation within you. In the following steps, we'll dive deep into how you can embrace detachment, rediscover your worth, and ultimately watch as peace transforms everything in your life. Have you ever experienced someone not valuing you? How did you handle it? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you've navigated this challenging but ultimately empowering process. Step 1. Acknowledge the situation. The first step in reclaiming your peace when someone stops valuing you is to acknowledge the situation for what it truly is. This may sound simple, but it's one of the hardest things to do. We often deny, suppress, or rationalize the way we're treated in relationships because we don't want to confront the reality of being undervalued. The truth, however, is that the moment you acknowledge the situation, you begin the process of reclaiming your power. It's about facing the discomfort head-on and allowing yourself to feel whatever emotions arise without judgment. Think about it. When someone stops valuing you, it's normal to feel hurt, disappointed, or even angry. These emotions are valid, and they don't make you weak. In fact, they are the very human responses that signal a shift has occurred, one that you didn't choose or deserve. But here's the critical part. Don't let these feelings define you or your worth. It's important to realize that acknowledging the hurt doesn't mean you are powerless. In fact, it's the first step to empowering yourself again. When you recognize that you are no longer receiving the respect or consideration you deserve, take a moment to fully absorb the situation. Don't rush to fix it or immediately jump into action. Instead, let the reality settle in. Accept that you cannot control someone else's behavior, but you have full control over your own response. It's crucial to pause and be present with your feelings. You don't need to immediately start healing or getting over it. Give yourself permission to feel hurt and allow yourself to fully experience those emotions. Only by facing the truth can you move forward with clarity and intention. By acknowledging the situation, you are also recognizing that it's time to reevaluate the relationship, whether it's a friendship, romantic relationship, or professional connection? Are they treating you in a way that aligns with your values? Are they making you feel seen, heard, and appreciated? Once you answer these questions honestly, you'll be ready to take the next step in your journey, detaching from the toxic dynamic and focusing on your own well-being. This isn't about blaming anyone or playing the victim. It's about recognizing the truth of the situation so that you can move forward in a way that honors yourself. The moment you truly acknowledge what's happening, you take back your power and begin the journey toward peace. How have you experienced the process of acknowledging when someone stopped valuing you? Share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear your story and support your journey. Step 2. Let go of the need for validation. One of the most freeing and transformative steps you can take when someone stops valuing you is to let go of the need for their validation. The desire for external approval is something we've all felt at one point or another. Whether it's from a partner, a friend, or a boss, we often tie our self-worth to how others perceive us. When someone stops valuing you, it's easy to get caught in the trap of seeking their approval, trying harder, or adjusting yourself to meet their expectations in the hopes of winning back their affection or respect. But here's the truth. You don't need anyone's validation to recognize your inherent worth. The moment you release the need for validation, you reclaim your inner peace. Think about it. How often have you found yourself waiting for a compliment, a nod of approval, or a reassuring word from someone who couldn't care less? How much of your energy have you spent trying to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be, only to end up feeling exhausted, frustrated, and unseen? The cycle is draining, and it doesn't serve you. It's time to break free from that pattern. Releasing the need for validation isn't about becoming indifferent or shutting yourself off from healthy connections. Rather, it's about turning inward and realizing that your value doesn't depend on others' opinions. You are enough simply because you exist. It's a mindset shift, choosing to validate yourself instead of waiting for others to do it for you. This process begins by recognizing the incredible qualities you bring to the table: your kindness, your intelligence, your creativity, and the unique perspective only you can offer. When you internalize this truth, the need for external validation begins to fade away. Letting go of validation also means being unapologetically yourself, without constantly seeking approval or trying to win others over. It's about setting boundaries and standing firm in your worth, no matter how someone else might treat you. When you stop looking outside yourself for confirmation, you free up the space to live authentically and confidently. The more you focus on your own validation, the less power others have over your emotional state. By releasing the need for validation, you open yourself up to a life that is led by your values, not the fluctuating opinions of others. It's incredibly liberating and allows you to build stronger, more meaningful relationships that are based on mutual respect rather than dependency. So ask yourself, are you ready to let go of the need for external validation and step into your own power? Share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear how you've started embracing your own worth. Step 3. Reflect on your value. When someone stops valuing you, it can be easy to lose sight of your own worth. But in this critical step, it's time to pause and reflect on the incredible value you bring to the world, regardless of how others perceive you. This isn't just about boosting your ego or practicing self-love for the sake of it. This is about tapping into the deep, unshakable truth that your value is intrinsic and undeniable, no matter what anyone else thinks. It's about realigning with the unique qualities that make you, you, and remembering that your worth is not defined by others' actions or opinions. Start by taking a moment to breathe and disconnect from the noise around you. In the quiet, ask yourself, What makes me special? What qualities do I possess that deserve to be appreciated and celebrated? Reflect on the strengths and talents that set you apart. Maybe you're a great listener, someone who's always there for others when they need support. Perhaps you have a creative spark, an analytical mind, or an innate ability to bring people together. These are the attributes that contribute to your worth, and they don't disappear just because someone else can't recognize them. Now consider the achievements you've worked hard for, your successes, both big and small. Reflect on the challenges you've overcome, the obstacles you've faced, and the growth you've experienced along the way. Each of these moments contributes to the beautiful tapestry of who you are and speaks volumes about your strength, resilience, and determination. These accomplishments are a testament to your value, not just to the world, but to yourself. They remind you that you are capable, worthy, and deserving of all the good things life has to offer. When you reflect on your value, it's important to understand that you don't need someone else to acknowledge it for you. Validation from others is fleeting. It can come and go. But when you build a strong foundation of self-awareness and appreciation, your sense of value remains constant, regardless of external circumstances. In fact, the more you focus on what you bring to the table, the less you'll be affected by the actions or opinions of those who fail to recognize your worth. This process isn't about arrogance or self-centeredness, it's about self-respect and understanding. By reflecting on your value, you acknowledge the importance of preserving your own peace and happiness, rather than relying on others to give it to you. When you realize how extraordinary you are, the opinion of someone who has stopped valuing you becomes irrelevant. It's their loss, not yours. So take the time to reflect on your value, because you are worthy of the love, respect, and admiration you deserve. What makes you feel truly valuable? Share your reflections below. I'd love to hear how you recognize your own worth and celebrate yourself every day. Step 4. Establish boundaries. One of the most powerful and necessary steps in reclaiming your peace when someone stops valuing you is to establish clear, healthy boundaries. Boundaries are not just about creating space between you and others. They're about protecting your emotional well-being, maintaining your self-respect, and ensuring that your needs are met. When someone stops valuing you, it's a clear signal that you need to protect your heart and mind from further harm. Establishing boundaries isn't about shutting people out. It's about teaching them, and yourself, how to interact with you in a way that respects your worth and maintains your inner peace. Setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you've been conditioned to prioritize others' needs above your own, or if you've struggled with people-pleasing tendencies. But trust me, once you begin to practice this, you'll quickly realize how liberating and empowering it truly is. Boundaries allow you to say, "I deserve to be treated with respect, and I will not tolerate behavior that diminishes my sense of worth." They give you permission to protect your energy and stop sacrificing your happiness for the sake of someone else's indifference. Start by identifying the areas of your life where boundaries are necessary. Is it in a personal relationship where you feel disregarded or disrespected? Or maybe it's at work, where you're constantly expected to give more than you're able to without appreciation. Recognizing these areas is crucial, as it helps you pinpoint where you need to take action. Once you've identified these zones, it's time to be clear and firm about what you will and will not tolerate. For example, you might say, "I will no longer accept being treated as an afterthought," or "I need to have respectful communication or I'll have to step away." It's important to remember that boundaries are about you, not the other person. They are a reflection of your self-respect and your commitment to maintaining your peace. Setting them might initially feel awkward or even lead to some pushback, but that's okay. People who truly respect you will understand, and those who don't, well, their reactions will give you a clear indication of where they stand. Boundaries aren't about creating distance for the sake of distance. They are about creating healthy, respectful relationships based on mutual understanding. When you set boundaries, you send a powerful message that your peace, your feelings, and your well-being matter. By teaching others how to treat you, you're also reinforcing your own sense of self-worth. Establishing boundaries is an act of self-love, and it's one of the most crucial steps in the process of detaching from someone who no longer values you. You deserve to be in relationships that uplift and support you. Don't be afraid to create the space necessary to cultivate that. What boundaries do you need to set in your life right now? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Share them in the comments below. Step 5. Focus on self-care. When someone stops valuing you, it's easy to become consumed by the pain of rejection, confusion, or frustration. But in the midst of these emotions, one of the most powerful things you can do is to refocus your energy on yourself. Self-care isn't just about pampering yourself with a spa day or indulging in a treat. Although those things certainly have their place, at its core, self-care is about prioritizing your mental, emotional, and physical well-being in a way that nourishes your soul and restores your inner peace. And let me tell you, you deserve this. Self-care is a radical act of self-love, especially when someone has stopped valuing you. It's a reminder that no matter how others treat you, you are still worthy of care, kindness, and respect. When you invest time and energy in your own well-being, you begin to rebuild the confidence and sense of self that may have been chipped away by toxic dynamics. In fact, self-care is not just a luxury, it's a necessity for healing and growth. It's the foundation from which all other transformations stem. Start by carving out time for activities that nourish your body, mind, and spirit. Maybe it's as simple as taking a walk in nature to clear your head, practicing yoga to reconnect with your body, or diving into a book that inspires you. Or perhaps it's something deeper, like seeking therapy, journaling to express your emotions, or spending time with people who truly appreciate and support you. Whatever self-care looks like for you, make it a priority. It's not selfish, it's necessary. By focusing on your well-being, you strengthen your ability to bounce back from setbacks and rediscover the joy that's still within you. Additionally, self-care is about setting aside time to check in with yourself. How are you really feeling? Are you carrying around emotional baggage that needs to be released? Give yourself permission to feel what you're feeling without judgment, but also allow yourself the space to heal. This isn't about rushing the process or getting over it too quickly. It's about honoring your emotions and giving yourself grace as you navigate them. Embrace the fact that healing is not linear, and that's okay. By prioritizing self-care, you send a message to yourself and the world. I am important. I am worthy of love and kindness, starting with the love and kindness I give to myself. When you take care of yourself in this way, you'll start to see that your peace no longer depends on someone else's behavior or recognition. You become the source of your own strength and happiness. What self-care practices have helped you when you felt undervalued? Share your experiences below. I'd love to hear how you nurture yourself during tough times. Step 6. Practice gratitude. When someone stops valuing you, it's easy to get caught in a cycle of negativity, focusing on what's been lost or how hurt you feel. But one of the most powerful ways to shift your perspective and reclaim your inner peace is through the practice of gratitude. Gratitude doesn't ignore the pain or the struggles you're facing. Instead, it invites you to see beyond them, to acknowledge the abundance of good in your life, even during difficult times. By actively practicing gratitude, you open the door to healing and transform your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. It might sound counterintuitive to practice gratitude in the face of hurt, but that's exactly why it works. Gratitude has the ability to shift your focus away from what isn't working and redirect it to what is. When you feel overlooked or undervalued, it's easy to forget the many blessings you have. But taking time each day to reflect on the positive aspects of your life helps you realize that you are far from invisible. You have so much to be thankful for: your health, your talents, your resilience, the love of those who truly see you for who you are. To start practicing gratitude, begin by carving out time each day to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. They can be big or small, whether it's the smile of a friend, the quiet peace of your morning coffee, or the support of family. Gratitude doesn't have to be limited to the major things in life. Often it's the small, everyday moments that hold the most power to shift your mindset. When you take a moment to acknowledge these blessings, you not only raise your vibration, but you also remind yourself of your inherent worth. Another effective practice is to keep a gratitude journal. Writing down what you're thankful for each day helps create a tangible reminder of the good that exists in your life, even in the midst of challenges. You might find that by the end of the week, you've written down more blessings than you expected. This practice shifts your focus from the negative to the positive and creates a deeper sense of connection to your own life. Gratitude also helps you break free from the need for external validation. When you appreciate the blessings in your life, you begin to recognize that you don't need anyone else's approval to feel whole. You become anchored in your own appreciation of yourself and your journey. This sense of inner gratitude strengthens your emotional resilience and helps you move through life's ups and downs with grace. So, how can you incorporate gratitude into your daily routine? Start small and be consistent. Notice how the simple act of appreciating what you have shifts your mindset and your emotional state. You'll begin to see that no matter what's happening externally, your peace is rooted in the abundance you already possess. What are you grateful for today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how gratitude has made a difference in your life. Step 7. Detach emotionally. One of the most liberating and transformative steps in your journey when someone stops valuing you is learning how to detach emotionally. This step isn't about becoming cold or indifferent. It's about creating the emotional space needed to protect your peace and reclaim your power. Emotional detachment allows you to free yourself from the unhealthy attachments and expectations that might have been clouding your ability to see your worth. It's about realizing that the actions, words, and attitudes of others are a reflection of them, not of you. And once you internalize this truth, the power to determine your emotional state shifts back into your hands. Detaching emotionally doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop allowing someone's behavior to dictate your emotional well-being. Think about it. When you let someone's disregard or mistreatment affect you deeply, you give them control over your emotions. Every time they act in a way that makes you feel unimportant or invisible, it drains your energy, leaving you frustrated and anxious. But when you practice emotional detachment, you create a barrier that keeps their actions from influencing your inner peace. This process begins by recognizing that you cannot control how others treat you, but you can control how you respond. You can choose not to internalize their negative behavior. It's like an invisible shield that protects your heart and mind from the toxicity they bring. By emotionally detaching, you're not rejecting the person or situation, but instead acknowledging that their behavior no longer holds power over you. This emotional separation is a profound act of self-respect and a key step in maintaining your peace. One way to begin detaching emotionally is to reframe how you view the situation. Instead of seeing their lack of value as a personal attack, remind yourself that their inability to value you is a reflection of their limitations, not yours. Perhaps they're going through their own struggles, or maybe they simply can't recognize the worth you bring. Whatever the reason, their actions are not a reflection of your value. Once you embrace this, the emotional hold they have on you starts to loosen. Detachment also involves setting clear boundaries, as mentioned in earlier steps. When you emotionally detach, you stop seeking their approval or validation, and you stop trying to change their behavior. This gives you the freedom to focus on what you can control, your own thoughts, actions, and feelings. Emotional detachment isn't a sign of weakness. It's a powerful tool for personal growth and healing. It allows you to move forward, unburdened by past hurts, and focused on creating the life you deserve. When you stop giving others the power to control your emotions, you find peace. Are you ready to practice emotional detachment? How has it helped you in your journey of healing? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how you've used detachment to reclaim your power. Step 8. Surround yourself with positive energy. When someone stops valuing you, it's easy to feel isolated or even question your place in the world. But one of the most empowering steps you can take is to intentionally surround yourself with positive energy. The people you spend time with, the environments you immerse yourself in, and the activities you engage in all have a profound impact on your emotional state. By consciously choosing to be around individuals and spaces that uplift you, you begin to reinforce your worth, strengthen your peace, and create a life that supports your growth and happiness. Positive energy is contagious. Think about the last time you spent time with someone who made you feel good about yourself, someone who supported you, lifted you up, and celebrated your successes. You probably felt energized, motivated, and full of gratitude. On the other hand, think about how you've felt when surrounded by negativity, criticism, or apathy. The difference is clear. Being around positive, uplifting people feeds your soul, while negativity drains you. This is why it's crucial to intentionally choose who and what you allow into your life. Start by evaluating the relationships in your life. Are there people who consistently make you feel small, unappreciated, or drained? It may be time to set boundaries or even distance yourself from these individuals. Instead, seek out those who recognize your worth, support your dreams, and make you feel seen, heard, and valued. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to be the best version of yourself, those who encourage you, make you laugh, and challenge you to grow in healthy, positive ways. These are the people who will lift you up when you're feeling down and remind you of your worth when you forget it yourself. Don't just focus on the people in your life. Pay attention to the spaces you inhabit as well. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your mindset. If you're in a cluttered or toxic space, it can affect your mood and energy levels. Take the time to create a peaceful, positive environment, whether it's through decluttering your home, decorating with items that bring you joy, or spending time in nature. A positive space can become a sanctuary where you can recharge, reflect, and reconnect with your true self. Finally, seek out activities that bring you joy and align with your values. Whether it's pursuing a passion, engaging in a hobby, or simply spending time with people who bring out the best in you, make sure to prioritize these activities. They will not only fill you with positive energy, but also remind you that you are worthy of happiness and fulfillment. By surrounding yourself with positive energy, you create a strong foundation of support, love, and peace that no external circumstance can shake. You'll start to see that the people who no longer value you don't hold the power to define your worth. You do. So, who are you surrounding yourself with right now? How can you create a more positive environment for yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you fill your life with positive energy. Step 9. Embrace your growth and resilience. When someone stops valuing you, it's easy to get stuck in feelings of rejection, frustration, or even self-doubt. However, one of the most powerful steps you can take in your journey is to embrace your growth and resilience. Every challenge, every setback, and every moment where you felt unappreciated is an opportunity for transformation. Rather than allowing these experiences to define your limitations, choose to see them as the catalysts for your strength, growth, and emotional evolution. Think about it. Every time you've faced adversity, you've come out stronger. Every difficult situation you've navigated has added depth to your character, resilience to your spirit, and wisdom to your mind. When someone stops valuing you, it may feel like a wound, but if you look deeper, you'll realize it's also a powerful moment for growth. You are not the same person you were before this happened, and that's something to be proud of. Start by acknowledging how far you've come. Reflect on the strength you've demonstrated in the past, how you've overcome obstacles, how you've bounced back from setbacks, and how you've grown through every hardship. Recognize that your journey of healing is a testament to your resilience. You may not have been able to control how others treated you, but you have complete control over how you respond and grow from those experiences. Each day you choose healing over resentment, peace over anger, and growth over stagnation. You strengthen your ability to face life's challenges with confidence. Embracing your growth also means celebrating the new version of yourself that's emerging from the pain. You're evolving, becoming more self-aware, and learning how to prioritize your happiness and well-being. This is the time to step into your power, to own the lessons that have come with these experiences, and to fully embrace the person you're becoming. As you grow, you'll start to see that your worth is not dependent on others' perceptions, but on the strength and wisdom you carry within you. Moreover, embracing your resilience means not allowing past hurt to dictate your future. The experiences that once left you feeling small or unworthy no longer have the power to define you. You've learned how to bounce back, how to rise above, and how to move forward with an unshakable sense of self. This is where true healing happens, when you stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and begin to recognize the warrior within. As you continue your journey, remember, your growth is your superpower. Your ability to adapt, heal, and rise again is what sets you apart. So, celebrate your progress, honor your resilience, and stand tall in the knowledge that you are continuously evolving into the best version of yourself. How have you embraced your growth and resilience? Share your story below. I'd love to hear how you've turned your pain into personal power. Step 10. Step into your power and reclaim your peace. The final step in your journey of detaching from someone who no longer values you is to step into your power and reclaim your peace. This is the culmination of everything you've worked on so far. The practice of self-care, emotional detachment, setting boundaries, and recognizing your value. Now, it's time to stand tall in the strength of who you are, fully owning your worth and your peace, no matter what anyone else thinks or does. Stepping into your power means taking full responsibility for your own happiness and growth, and no longer allowing external circumstances to dictate your emotional state. It's about embracing your freedom to choose your response to life and living unapologetically in alignment with your truth. You have the power to define your own life. When someone stops valuing you, it's a moment that invites you to reevaluate how much you value yourself. When you truly step into your power, you stop giving others the authority to decide your worth. No one can determine your value except for you. This is the moment when you take back control of your narrative and refuse to settle for anything less than the love, respect, and kindness you deserve. Reclaiming your peace starts by protecting the energy you allow into your life. It means consciously choosing environments, relationships, and situations that nurture your spirit rather than depleting it. When you step into your power, you understand that you have the right to walk away from toxicity and that you deserve to be surrounded by love, positivity, and mutual respect. Your peace becomes non-negotiable, and you recognize that it's worth fighting for. As you step into your power, it's also important to understand that this is not about seeking validation from others. It's about trusting your own instincts, honoring your feelings, and living authentically. You no longer seek approval from people who fail to see your worth because you've come to realize that their perception doesn't define who you are. You are enough, just as you are. Living in your power also means embracing vulnerability and authenticity. It's about being true to yourself without fear of judgment or rejection. You can walk away from relationships and situations that no longer serve you with the confidence that your peace is more important than temporary comfort or external validation. As you reclaim your power, you make the conscious decision to be the best version of yourself, independent of how others may treat you. Now is the time to rise above, to walk boldly in the light of your own strength, and to live your life unapologetically. You are powerful, you are worthy, and you are more than capable of creating the peace, joy, and love that you deserve. So step into your power with full confidence and never look back. How have you reclaimed your peace and stepped into your power? Share your experiences below. I'd love to hear how you've transformed your life and embraced your true strength. Conclusion. In conclusion, when someone stops valuing you, it's not the end of your journey. It's the beginning of an incredible transformation. By following these 10 steps, you've taken charge of your own healing, rediscovered your worth, and started to build a life that reflects the love, respect, and peace you deserve. Remember, detaching doesn't mean cutting yourself off from life or love. It simply means protecting your energy and focusing on your own well-being. As you've learned, reflecting on your value, setting healthy boundaries, embracing self-care, practicing gratitude, and surrounding yourself with positive energy are all powerful tools for reclaiming your peace. Emotional detachment isn't about shutting others out. It's about taking back control of your emotions and understanding that you are in charge of your happiness. And by stepping into your power, you not only protect your peace, but also unlock your full potential, realizing that you have everything within you to create the life you desire. This journey is one of self-love, growth, and empowerment. As you continue on this path, remember that you are worthy of love, respect, and peace at every step. The person who no longer values you is simply not part of your story anymore, and that's okay. You are more than capable of creating meaningful relationships and cultivating a life filled with joy and fulfillment. So, take these steps to heart, embrace your inner strength, and never forget that you are the architect of your own happiness. Your peace is yours to protect and cultivate, and with every choice you make, you are one step closer to the life you've always dreamed of. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Feel free to share in the comments below.